Hello Internet and welcome to a video about Dwarf Fortress. Recently I put up a video talking about the graphical improvements for Dwarf Fortress and I got a lot of questions, a lot of things that people would like to know. Well, I'm not an expert. I've just been playing the game on and off since roughly 2011 and haven't really gotten into it heavily until last year. October 2018 that I got heavily into Dwarf Fortress due to Twitch chat pressuring me into it actually. Up until then I always loved the idea of the game, but there was a lot of things that kind of turned me off of it. And I think that this is probably a good opportunity for me to kind of talk about a few of the features that I would love to see added to Dwarf Fortress with the Steam release. So the first one might sound really simple. I hope that the game comes with a pre-generated world. Let me explain. Dwarf Fortress right now, when you first start playing, you download the game, unzip it from the zip file, and then you're kind of given this screen that makes no sense if you don't know what you're looking at. You have to generate a world. There's a lot of options and a lot of things that can happen. And then if you select the wrong options, or accidentally even select the wrong options, it could take a very long time. Now this is a massive turnoff for a lot of people, and I know a number of folks who have talked to me about Dwarf Fortress who've never even made it past the world generation phase. I think that if the Steam version of Dwarf Fortress launches with not only a pre-generated world, so every single player who plays Dwarf Fortress on Steam starts with the same, I guess, if you will, canon pre-gen world, that would open up a lot of things. Number one, it would make the startup process and getting into the game much faster for new players. So open the game, after downloading, click go, you're immediately playing. I don't want to have to see an embark screen. I don't want to select where I'm embarking. I just want a preset embark in a location that is relatively safe for a new player the second the game is done downloading. I think that this would speed up the ramp and learning curve for a lot of people, especially having to skip prepare carefully. Now, of course, if you're an experienced Dwarf Fortress player or feeling brave, the second you download the game, you can create a new world and get into the game as intended. But I think just as an entry point for new players, this would be an excellent feature. The second feature that I would really love to see implemented into Dwarf Fortress with the Steam release is kind of simple in my opinion, and that's a reorganization of the UI. I've very much been a UI defender for Dwarf Fortress. I've been on note defending it in my videos, in Twitch chats, on my streams, on Reddit. I personally don't think the UI is bad. I think it's just disorganized. Let me explain. The UI actually runs with a very simple structure. It's a tree structure similar to many modern UIs. The only difference is because you can select the font and a lot of the tile sets screw with it, it ends up being super disorganized and garbled. With a simple reorganization of the UI and mouse support, I think it's quite approachable for a lot of people. It just needs the text to be cleared up a whole lot. Also, I think something that would very much help people is hover over tooltips. So if you're using the mouse, if you hover over a certain section of the menu, a little tooltip would be helpful. Granted, I would also like to disable these for my own personal use, but I think that would be a very helpful addition to the game. The third feature I would really like to see is an intelligent tutorial. RimWorld actually does this really well, a game that I love, and don't really like to compare Dwarf Fortress to just because I think they're very different games at the baseline. However, RimWorld has a feature called Learning Helper, which I think is fucking brilliant. Essentially, all it does is it tells you smartly, based on what you're currently doing in the game, the next building you should probably build. Doesn't tell you directly how to do it or how to keep your people alive. However, it'll push you in the right direction, saying things like, oh, maybe you need beds, or it's cold outside, make some jackets. I'm really curious to know what you think should be added to Dwarf Fortress. The Steam release is still a ways off, and, you know, Toady and team are open and taking feedback. So if you have some ideas, leave a comment below. I'd love to see what you're thinking about in regards to the Steam release of Dwarf Fortress. What's a feature that you're not looking forward to? What's something that you are looking forward to and hope to see in the game? Thanks very much for watching this video. Oh, you're still there? Well, hello. I stream full-time on Twitch. I've been doing it since 2014, actually. My first initial streams were in 2013. I've been doing this for a long time. If you want to support me directly, and it's much more helpful than just simply watching YouTube videos, pop over, come say hi. We'd love to have you. We stream a lot of Dwarf Fortress and do some weird things with records and analog audio in the mornings. We generally have fun over there. Thanks for watching this video.